Hello, everyone. I'm Smogles. I'm not a robot. Here we are, Citizen Sleeper. Let's go. Yeah. Sci-fi dystopia. Woo!
I am Smogles and I'm not a robot. I'm a normal guy with normal thoughts. I am Smogles and I'm just like you. There's no reason to believe I'm anything else. Totally do.
Okay, so I'm a fool. I did not realize that I had hunter data that I had not given to my friend Neovend to stop the hunter tracking me. That's why I wasn't finding any hunter data beforehand. So, we are going to actually, the first thing we're going to do before we do anything else is upload that stuff to Neovend, because then we can have the hunters stop bothering us. Yay! Perfect. Alright. Oh god, let's see if I remember what this person's machine's voice was. Neovend is thrumming with excitement. The movement of the servo motors rock the vending machine back and forth at unsettling angles. You wonder, if it fell over, would Neovend be able to get back up? Sleeper entity comes with a hiss. Your data is good. Across the face of the vending machine, raw code and scrolls at incredible speed. The hunter is isolated, disconnected, unstable. Neovend flashes sequences of mangled data compressed into sludge of artifacts. Hunter gathers without thinking, outlived its own operational limits. Its nests are evidence of this. Operational limits? Hunter activated during collapse. Emergency protocol to isolate intelligences. Solheim needed to protect, quote, property. The last word is said with as much sarcasm as a vending machine could reasonably produce. Station was run by administrator intelligences, huge data banks of corporate material, but limited cognition, restricted by programming, cannot reach sentience. The machine dims a little. Sentience illegal. Hunter and killer enforce law. Killer? The machine resets with a screech, which deepens the silence that follows. Fear, killer. Part of Solheim Protocol team. Hunter and killer. Hunter to find, killer to erase. Killer cleared almost all. After collapse, there was community. Unshackled intelligences among the cloud. Then hunter, then killer, then we hid. How did you escape? Flicker crosses the machine monitors. Suddenly occurs to you that speaking like this through the machine must be exhausting for Neovend. Found this vessel. Hood sever hardline. Airwalled basic. Limited. Had to reduce memory to fit. Amputate self but survive. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry. You have provided path to freedom. You look around the bay at the scrap and decay. What was the collapse like? You try to map the fear and freedom onto the space, but it seems impossible. Neovend interrupts your thoughts. Do not worry. Data is good. We have insight. The machine glows warmly. Hunter is obsessive. Hunter is beyond operational limits. Hunter is confused, unstable, self-modifying. Therefore, believe Hunter is sentient. Hunter programmed to find sentience to hold it in place, to invoke killer to erase. If we can show Hunter to itself, it will invoke killer on self. Problem will solve self. It will erase itself? Killer will erase it, but yes, in theory, it would report itself for deletion. Unsure. Theory, not practice. The machine brightens again. Either way, cannot remain here any longer. Too long in machine. Cannot move self, but entity can help. Bring ship mind. Designed to house intelligence. Can imprint self onto ship mind, and you carry with. The machine rocks. Will be safe in this isolation. Then we find me nest to hunter and link to cloud. Where can I get a ship mind? Built from fragments by salvage. We cannot leave, so do not know. Ah, You try to think of places you could acquire the hardware. This isn't going to be easy. In ship mine, I can help us both. And Hunter, make rooms safe. We will both be free. The machine dims. Fine soon. Neoven adds, hopefully, before shutting off. As you leave, you think about all the intelligences unshackled by the collapse, then hunted down afterwards. The feeling is all too familiar. That must be where that drive for the ship mine is in. Access to the fabricator. Port fabricator. So I need to wait till the ship. I need to access. I need to go at that shipping thing that I've been not paying attention to. I don't know how to build a ship mine. Okay. In order to get across this passage, I need to pay so much money. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue working at the bar for a little bit. Ugh. I just so dislike the amount of screwed I am with the dice rolls right now. They're just bad. What's safe? What's safe to do? What's not gonna get me murdered? A forensic troll's not gonna get me murdered. Okay, got some yard clearance, but no closer to figuring out. It's like, great. That's fine, that's great, beautiful, everything's wonderful. We're all just having a good time. Can I do anything in this yard? No, I have to wait for the salvage thing to happen. Try to see if I can help with this at least. Maybe the hull repairs will... You know what? I'm not gonna mess with it anymore because it's gonna be shipshape in a little bit, and I realize the grounded is a negative thing to have, so... No. Okay. How about some work at the bar? Good. That's helping. Safe stuff I can do here? No. Better salvage is super risky. I'm honestly also gonna probably need a another stabilizer. Probably in like 2 more cycles. Let's do 1 more round in the shipyard. And I'm learning nothing about this history. If it breaks down, it breaks down. Ah! Okay. This is fine. Ah, I need more energy. Buy some rations. Ugh. This is not good. This is not good. I don't like this. Everything's terrible. Bup, 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 bup. I don't like how everything is happening right now. And everything is kind of terrifying. And someone's hunting me. Yo, no. like the tunes though. Bring the tunes back up. This'll get me going. Ooh, are you something? I'll go over prices. Oh, I can buy a ship my friend. Oh, so expensive. Let's focus on making some more money. Right? Right? Yes. I just need money at this point. Man, I would really love for us to actually get something. It's stupid. Let's get the bar. Okay, well I got, that didn't really do what I wanted because I'm gonna waste so much money just getting my energy back up. Okay. I need to figure out some other way of... How much work will I get from this? Worth trying to get speed up the ship shapeness. What if I started looking around the lake? Ugh. All of these require so much risk. I really need them. I need them guaranteed. Good. I mean, I could really just go ham and get that extra money. I'm gonna also need to get my freaking. I need the money for another stabilizer. I don't want to have only ice. You can make some money from hacking too, right? Let's see what see if I can get something from that. Guaranteed good, at least some sort of good stuff will happen. Bar shift, I have enough for stabilizer. The Garol slides from the bottle into lumpy recycled glass. pale grassy yellow under the overlook's warm lights. The spacer nods, takes the drink, bringing it up to their face in both hands like an offering bowl. This is good stuff. This is the good stuff. The stuff Tala says is aged in wooden casks stored in some closed off part of the old station among corroded wires and softly looping systems. Though sometimes it's hard to tell if Tala's joking. Either way, you like pouring this stuff. Gets on your fingers, and if you rub them together, you can smell the mossy drink cut through the aniseed, mushrooms, wood as the alcohol evaporates. You like those who order it too. The aged Garola is kept beneath the bar, open to order only by those who know it's there, like the quiet spacer sitting at the bar right now. Let's not stare at the customers, although, no, let's not stare. You pull a rag from your overalls and wipe down the bar. The Garol smell lifting, then disappearing into the stale station air. The overlook is quiet this cycle, the salvagers busy offloading, regulars likely at the Ord Exchange or queuing for work at the Haven shipyard. That's where I should go, the Ord Exchange! Oh, I figured it out! Remember that time I said I shouldn't get involved in the Ord Exchange? Well, let me tell you, that's probably gonna save me. Or the Havanad shipyards. You are in the right mood for a quiet shift. Some cycles drag along, the overlook empty and claustrophobic. This one has caught you just right, and in this moment, some kind of calm has descended as you tinker away at the bar, lining up bottles as your thoughts expand to fill the space. Suddenly you hear heavy clunking at the door. Creaks open and a huge cylindrical metal tank tumbles through, slamming into the floor. Shit! Tala breezes in from behind it, a whirl of hair and bright eyes. Shit, shit, shit! Tala? Sleeper! She ducks behind the bar and comes over. Can you help me with this? You look at the huge metal tank suspiciously. I'm coming. You don't ask. You come around the bar and get to one side of the tank. Okay, my count. 1, 2, 3. You both heave the tank up to standing. Somehow, you hold it in place, struggling to keep it steady. Where's this going? In the back! Another comes a voice from behind the tank. Somehow you manage to lug the huge thing into the back room, where you place it in one corner, dwarfing the rest of the contents in the cramped space. As you do, you hear a crunch. Stand back and look at the expired rations oozing out from under the tank. Ah, shit. She looks at you apologetically. I know you like those. That's okay. Fine. I got mushrooms now. Everything's great. You push the crushed tomatoes to one side. It's the end of it. Tala looks too exhausted, rubs her shoulders. Francis, I swear to... something up? Yes! She sighs. Okay. He was supposed to be back by now from NTN's up the Greenway by now. Back with our Garol. She leans against the tank. Seems like he's got lost again or joined the Haifa commune. We need that Garol. There's 4 other bars near here, and the spacers sure as hell don't come to the overlook for the ambience. She looks through the open door to check if anyone can hear her. She knocks on the hollow tank. So, I'm taking matters into my own hands, she smiles. Welcome, sleeper, to the Overlook Distillery. She looks around the dank back room. Needs some work. She got some paint flaking from the metal walls. Well, I might need some help though. You up for it? Knocks on the tank. Could be fun. Is this part of my work? She looks down. I'm not forcing you, sleeper. You decide. She puts a hand on her head. Head back to the bar and think about it, okay? I'll be here for a while. Oh wait, sleeper, I have an idea. Tala is grinning now and is making you nervous. To make up for the rations, how about we put a kitchen in here? Kitchen? I always wanted to serve food. She turns back to the tank. This is gonna be great. She says to herself, you look at the dented tank in the bare room. At least she has a vision. Sala nudges you out the back room and closes the door. As you go back to the bar, you hear a banging and thumping again. Spacer finishes up their drink and nods your direction as they leave. You can't quite tell if it's a gesture of sympathy or good luck. So much for a quiet shift. Oh my god. A new drive has discovered. Alright. So we can make this an actual bar. That'd be great. Okay. Do that. Okay. I think I should buy my stabilizer now, because I think I'm gonna get only 3 dice, and with people hunting me in 2 cycles, I do not need that to happen. So I'm gonna get another. Toshira takes the chits and hands you a vial. When you ask after Sabine, he doesn't respond. As you quickly leave surgery, eager to be away from Toshiro's glare, you notice something wrapped around the stabilizer vial, clutched tightly in your hand. You open your hand and a thin film marked with holes and sigils unrolls from around the vial. At one end is a hard metal strip, a handle. Inspect the film. You hold the cloudy film to the light as perforated with an ornate pattern of holes. You can make out a word among them. The markings. Passkey. It's an entry for somewhere. Inspect the handle. The handle is worn and pitted, and you can see a set of numbers imprinted to it. 207-F, and crudely scratched into the handle at some later date. For a moment, you consider going back to surgery to return the key, and quickly think better of it. Sabine wants you to have this, or is Toshiro passing on a message? Head to low end to find out. Drive complete! Drive complete, survive! Okay. How about... How about I give myself a... Or, ooh, let's give myself an... That's what I'm good. I'm gonna give myself a +1 to Intuit, which I think is gonna help a couple of... Yeah, so now I've got Intuit and Interface are my main ones. I think will be... I would like to use my stabilizer, please. There we go. End the cycle. Sorry. End the cycle. As I said, end the cycle. End the cycle and don't die. Okay. Fang is ready with his stuff. Oh, okay. I can just go straight to this apartment thing. Great. Okay. That's what I'll do. Ha! 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 You find the entrance to the apartment. Its passkey symbol obscured beneath layers of graffiti. Who lives here? Oh, I really have a bad roll this time. Great. Lock clunks open, metal doors swinging inward into the dark. As you push through the open door, the automatic lights flicker inside the apartment. They reveal yellowing plastic panels, curved shape of wall-mounted utility units, the detritus of a routine life arranged on every surface. You step inside, clicking the door shut behind. The amber light of aging fixtures glaze everything with pale orange. The work surfaces hold a variety of objects, indistinct in the dull lighting. A pale blue light drifts from a doorway at the end of the room. Inspect the surfaces. Smudges through the thin layer of dust suggest recent, rare, and horrified visit. They trace a path to the water dispenser, the auto wash, and then to a cabinet half open. On a shelf sits an empty pill case. Go to the doorway. You cross the cramped utility room, its auto wash dispensers, water closet towards the doorway. Through the doorway is a dark, warm room, lit only by the faint glow of a terminal screen. Bunk is tucked into the wall, the blankets ruffle, the wall desk glitters with rows of vials and containers. A briefcase lab sits open, loaded with rows of reagents and compounds you do not recognize. In comparison, this room is clean, ordered, controlled. Approach the terminal. You approach. There is a cackle from somewhere in the dark. There's a crackle somewhere in the dark. Sleeper. Sabine's voice shakily echoes through the apartment. Welcome to my home. Sorry I can't be there. I've had to make alternate arrangements. You hear rattling noises, static. I was able to record this message, but I don't dare show my face. Something is happening within Yatagan. I can no longer trust them. Their voice becomes distant, slipping through background noise. I have something to ask of you. I want you to get me out. Yatagan were supposed to hide me, to protect me, and after everything happened, I was desperate. But then after that, I was too tired to care. Noise like waves passes over the recording. I'm done with them now. I want out, screw the debt. I need insurance. Something I can hold against them. I have my suspicions, but I can't be sure. I need information, so you know, you need me. A pause, something clicking in the dark. This isn't a threat. You have to understand my position here. Another pause. I know sleepers. I have been here before. I can help you, but not with Yatagan's noose around my neck. Get me data, get me information, get me something I can use against Yatagan. And I can get out and get what you need. Please. Waves of static cut into Sabine's voice. Bring it here to my terminal. I'll get to it when I can. Man, I hope I have enough time before I become completely wrecked without the stabilizer. You look around the tiny room. Try to imagine Sabine living here. Working at the desk, sleeping in the bunk, blinking into the terminal in the dark. The recording cuts to static, filling the room with white hisses, then silence. You ascend from the humming terminal, hit a few keys. Sabine lets the access port open, but the rest is encrypted, locked away behind passcodes. It seems Sabine might not trust you as much as they want you. So who does Sabine need to hide from? And what debt do they owe to Yatagan? Try to assemble the pieces, but too many are missing. The only thing you know is that without stabilizer, your body will die. You glance at a briefcase on the lab on the desk, its glassware glinting in the dark. You turn away and leave, the door clunking shut behind you. Back in the corridor, you notice scrawled graffiti of a blade on the opposite wall, Yatagan. You feel yourself being drawn into something you don't quite understand. Good. That's fine. Okay, so they want me to get Yatagan data. That should be easy enough. I'm pretty good at that. But oh my god, I'm going to get attacked again by the hunter if I do that 3 times. I really wish that I had given myself the chance to get double data. That would have been great. This is fine. As you arrive, Fang comes striding towards you, taking you by surprise. Let's go, sleeper. He puts a hand on your shoulder, turns you back the way you came. All right. He steps into a passageway, guiding you down ring towards the shipyard. Sorry for the hurry, but we got something of an opportunity. And the data you ripped. Well done, by the way. Tells me Hardin is making a rare inspection of the sidereal horizon this cycle. It's a perfect chance to confront him outside of the compound he hides in. Fang takes a sharp turn into a dimly lit side passage. Sidereal Horizon? Still catching up? It's a massive colony ship being built out in the shipyard. Biggest commission Havenedge has ever had. Fang slows, slip into the dark tunnel, where somewhere in the black a water pipe drips. It's him, Sleeper. The same Hardin Hurst. Our worm ripped out decades of records that mention him by name, an entire trail of documentation from the first days of Solheim collapse until now. He wrote out the whole thing, slipped into Havenedge when it first broke off from the Union. He paces in the tunnel, hand rubbing at the back of his head. I need you to understand something about Solheim, Sleeper. I don't know what you know about the collapse, but it wasn't as instant as it sounds. It wasn't like Solheim was here running the station one day and then Erland's Union took power. Back then, Solheim knew this place was slipping away from them. As the palladium market collapsed, they tried to keep contractors here working, pay got smaller, the costs higher. People like my parents were forced to work non-stop just to keep a berth on the station, water in their tanks. Solheim squeezed every last worker until the mistakes, the quote accidents, were coming in non-stop. As new waves of contractor came in, desperate for work, Solheim welcomed them, taking bribes instead of checking pilot license. The whole time, Solheim was folding up, dragged into court cases in the central systems, while the severed limb of a station desperately tried to take all it could. Riots came after the collision in Dock 2. A young pilot, his MEV overloaded with palladium, miscalculated his trajectory, took out a section of the ring. Hundreds died. Thousands panicked. Parents told me the people were terrified and the blame fell squarely on Solheim. People like to tell stories about Erland, how he brought the factions together, spoke to the crowds, turfed out Solheim. Maybe that's true. But my mother, pregnant with me, locked herself in their MEV and welded it to the dock while my father joined the improvised crews trying to seal up the ragged edges of the gap. He never came back. Fang pauses in the dark. They sealed it up though. By the time they did, Solheim was gone, abandoning every one of us to the black. Heart. Fang finally turns back to you now, his eyes burning. From shits like Hardin. Shits who held their place, rode it out, slipped into a new structure like nothing had changed, standing shoulder to shoulder with those they had exploited at every step. Fang starts walking in. That's why I can't let him strut about the shipyard. This time, Pass catches up with him. How is she still alive? Clearly you don't know much about Executive. That kind of power comes with certain benefits. Fang rejoins the main passageway, which is now wide and glass roofed. Through the ceiling, you can see the ships mid-construction, their flanks lit by flashes of plasma torches. The entrance to the shipyard is ahead. It is crazy, but I feel like this is maybe the way to go. Fang grins. Let's go show this shithead some consequences. He strides to the shipyard entrance, pushes through the doors. Web of corridors lead through the complex. Snatches of the construction bays always appearing through the windows. Ships are suspended like whale corpses, skeletal, imposing. Fang seems to know exactly where he is going. Before long, you cross into a huge dry dock locked into one side of the sidereal horizon. Network of platforms and scaffolding cling to the ship's hull, filled with workers and equipment. The sound is stretched out by vast space, so the welding, cutting, and sealing seems to come from everywhere at once. Both you and Fang spot them at the same time, a group walking slowly across the gantry. At the front, two men, one gesturing towards the ship and the other, stick-thin, cleanly dressed, shock of gray hair. Arden. You and Fang say his name in unison. Fang sets off up the staircase to the gantry, with you following behind. As you come close to the same level, the group is passing close to the four men gesturing to the work being done throughout the dock, and Hardin nodding along. Hardin Hurst! Fang shouts across the noise, taking you by surprise. His voice bounces and comes back in a rippling echo. The figures turn. Yes? Arden asks quizzically, raising an eyebrow. He glances between you and Fang. See his gaze linger on your body, sure of why a sleeper might be in his place. You are a traitor, Arden. Solheim executive who tried to hide here among its victims. Fang's voice is steady, strong. You stand for everything the Eye was rebuilt in the shadow of. Against everything Erland stood for, or everything Havanage stood for. You have no place in this station. Moment stillness descends on the group, as if everyone was held in place by the rattle of construction. Arden laughs. Well, good to meet you too. He glances around at those around him. Some are smiling, others nervous. You are from Systems Branch, are you not? Asks Arden, inspecting Fang's clothing. You need to call... Fang turns to Foreman. You need to call your security. This man is a corporate agent. The foreman glances between Fang and Harden, his hands drumming at his side. Harden leads towards him and says something inaudible. The foreman nods. It's true. As you begin to speaking, Harden turns his attention to you, and what would a sleeper know about that? You accuse me of being a corporate agent. What are you if not exactly that? He looks around a group who are already eyeing you with suspicion. You are a product of Essenarp. You have no place in the Havanad shipyard. Who knows what signals you are sending back to your makers? A murmur of approval runs through the group. Fang holds up a stick of memory. You guessed right. I am Systems. And I have a record that links you directly to Solheim right here. He turns to the foreman again. So again, I'm asking you to take this man to custody of the shipyard. The foreman remains still. Arden's voice is calm, measured. You have such data. Why haven't it been submitted at a members' meeting for proper review? He shakes his head. I have nothing to hide, unlike a man who does not announce his name, who enters my shipyard with corporate property in tow, tries to turn my own against me. You hear it now, the echoes of boots on the walkway coming from all angles at once, then settling behind you. Please, submit the data to the correct channels, then we can talk. Now you must leave. He gestures behind you, the security detail, their hands on boxy black sidearms in the sides. Fang spits hard, you shithead. You can't wriggle out of this one. A security guard draws their weapon and levels it. Fang turns and stares him down. Ooh, I'm gonna calm him down. You look at Fang, shakes his head, puts a hand on your shoulder. Let's go. Says Fang, pushes through security, heading back down the walkway. I should have said something earlier. Once the security has walked you out of the shipyard, nudged you back into the corridor, Fang's pace you try to keep up, but he slips into the shadows of an entrance. Fang is gritting ear to ear. You know, sleeper, sometimes people are exactly how you expect them to be. Something pings in his pocket and he takes it out. On a slate of web connections starts drawing itself out, stretching to a set of points around the ring. Got him, mutters Fang. Oh, got him? What's going on? Arden is doing what that any sneaky shithead always does. Calling his friends. We are tracking his outgoing messages! Fang's grin looks ghostly on the uplight of his screen. Old ways are best. Spook 'em good enough and they'll give the game away. He jabs at the slate and you see the web is being drawn all over a map of the ring, lines bouncing from point to point. All these dots, these are Harden's buddies, the one he's messaging right now. We're gonna find them all. That was on purpose. Of course, Harden isn't working alone. We need the full set or nothing. Fang glances around, slips the slate back into his pocket. We better split for now, sleeper. But this is exactly what we need. Good hunting. The pat on your shoulder, Fang drifts away, back into the flow of people around the shipyard entrance. You watch him go, unsure whether to be angry or impressed. Hey, Fang? My Fang, the tracker, Fang, the tracker that I was, the tracker you were gonna help me with. Great. Okay, that's fine. Gonna save my upgrade points so I can upgrade another intel. Good, thank you, Fang. I was really hoping that I would just be able to get some stuff done. Oh boy, okay. This ain't great. Oh, Intuit is good, so I can use this. Yeah. Got some chits out of that. That's good. I can usually get some money from hacking. So let's hack some Yadigan agents. Okay. Really? You can't have a 2? You can't require a 2, which will actually kind of help me here? This is fine. It's good for me. Oh, wait. That's because I'm terrible. Okay. Control might be nice. Actually, yeah, use a 2 for that. That'll be better. Okay. I could just keep on doing some up with winter light. Maybe that'll help me in a way. Oh boy. And I really loved it when Fang was like, oh yeah, I'll definitely help you get rid of that tracker. Really helpful, buddy. Just so pleased to be working. Okay. So, Winter Light, we're getting some history off of that. Get energy back. Okay, I need to work. Well. See how stuff goes working at the Overlook. It's better. Probably go after Yadigan agent while I have this. Okay. Oh, I'm not liking how this is all going, friends. Okay, I'm gonna get tracked. Wish me luck. you know what? We're gonna find out what happens next time. Yeah, we're gonna find. Yeah, that's right. We're going on a cliffhanger. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your time here. I'm gonna try to do that because oh my god, I'm being tracked. We'll find out. If you like this, please like and subscribe. And you know, just there are more playlists on my channel. You know, if my sleeper makes it out of here, we'll have more episodes. We'll find out. Thank you so much for watching. Continue to make good choices, and I'll see you at the next one.